You've been asking, and today I'm finally revealing my top 5 properties in KL that are actually worth buying if you're a foreigner, especially for MM2H. Now, they all meet the 1 million ringgit requirement, and I'll tell you which ones are the best for investment or own stay. This isn't a rank, and each property has its pros and cons, and nope, I am not sponsored. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Naz, and I help expats and investors like you move, live, retire, and invest smarter in Malaysia. From visa guides to top KL properties, this channel is your all-access pass to what nobody tells you up front. Now, I'm not just going to be listing properties today, I'm showing you why I picked them, so you'll see exactly how I think when choosing a property. So you can use the exact same method yourself. Now, for each one, we will look at the location and accessibility, the developer's track record, whether it's better for investment or own stay, building features, and of course the price. And stick around till the end because I've got a bonus property, one of the most beautiful minimalist buildings I've ever seen. Plus, I'm going to give you some core tips you must know before buying in Malaysia. Alright, let's get into it. So before we go into the properties, I do want to show you guys the entire area of KL and where each location is in conjunction with where the properties are, right? This will give you a better idea of where the properties are and where KL is relative to Greater KL. Alright, let me show you on the map. Now this is Greater KL. Alright, now Greater KL is encompassing everything from Kuala Lumpur to Selangor as well, and I've drawn on some not very nice drawing, but I've drawn on some map, the border of KL. So in this border here, this is where Kuala Lumpur city centre, the state, is. So properties in this circle is 1 million ringgit. Anything outside here is 2 million ringgit, the minimum purchase price, and has to be strata property. Down here is Putrajaya. Alright, Putrajaya, there's a cap on it. You can't buy there unless you buy from another foreigner who is selling, right? Because the cap is filled, right? Now I have placed some markers here, right? Them gold, purple, and red. These are Cyberjaya, Eco Ardens, and Elmina, the city of Elmina. Now I have explained all of this in my PDF relocation guide. So this is like some kind of a snippet. This is like what might be in there. There's a nicer version of this, of course, but yeah, this is the idea. Let's zoom in, and this is KL. There's a border over here. Let me just show you guys this. Right, okay, very beautiful drawing, right? So the one in red here is KL city center, Bukit Bintang and stuff. This is where all the 4 towers, the 4 tall towers are: KL Tower, KLCC, PNB, and TRX. This is where it is. Then over here in purple, you have Bangsa, very high-end area. And you have Bukit Damansara here. Mont Kiara is in blue. Yellow is Desa Park City, and orange here is TTDI, right? And this black line is the border. So everything on the right is in KL, minimum price 1 million. Everything on the left over here is Selangor, minimum price 2 million. Now that you understand this, if we zoom out, we can see that Kuala Lumpur is surrounded or is inside Selangor. This is the biggest confusion that most people get, right? But no worries, let's go into the top 5 properties right now. First on the list is Papyrus, right? Papyrus North Kiara. It is right next to Mont Kiara. It is an upcoming location basically. It's built by a famous developer called Kerjaya Prospect and GDP Architects, which is another famous architect, right? It's a freehold condo, 2 towers with almost 40 stories tall. Why I think it's a good deal is because it only has 450 units over a land size of 4.5 acres. So the facilities, the density is really peaceful. The sizes are quite big. That means you're looking at about 1,000 all the way up to like 4,000-5,000 square feet. So this is like 3 to 4 and 5 bedrooms and penthouses as well. The completion is in 2028. And this gives cash buyers like you guys, most of you foreigners are cash buyers, right? This gives you guys time to pay in stages rather than pay all in one shot. There's a few things I do want to highlight with you guys, that the core tips that you should know. Now, one of it is like residential or not. So this project is residential, and I'll explain more on this later towards the end. So which is basically mostly for own stay, right? The price is 800 ringgit per square feet or about $200 per square feet, which means that a 1,000 square feet condo would cost you about 200,000 US dollars. But here the minimum is about 1,200 to 1,300. So it will be about probably maybe 300,000 US dollars or 250,000 US dollars for a big unit, 3 to 4 bedrooms. So that is quite nice. Now let's look at the map where exactly it is. This is Mont Kiara. Right? I did a video on this, a vlog. You can go and check it out. It's super nice place to live, but it's very cramped up. That's one thing. Now there is Jalan Kiara Tree. I did also explain about Jalan Kiara Tree in that vlog, so you can also go and check it out. Let's look at this map. Okay, I know it looks complicated, right? But Mont Kiara is here. If you take the road to come in, it's going to be here. This is Papyrus Residences. It's right here. Okay, it's right here. Now this is a dead end, meaning the people who will be coming into this road are only the residents here. I think it's a very good location because a lot of this area will be taken up because right now it's a lot of long houses, so a lot of it has already been bought over and it's going to be future development. And MRT3 station will be right here. It will be right here. In terms of leisure, schools and healthcare, I'm just going to put it on screen because we have to go through the rest of the properties. So these are the leisure in terms of shopping, schools and private healthcare that's here. Now the unique selling point of this property is the MRT station nearby, because there's two. There's one down here and there's another one just on top here. MRT3. There's two stations. So you are sandwiched between two MRT3 stations. So that is a very good thing. So if one is too far, you have the other one. Another one is a beautiful design. This is the second unique selling point about this. It will help with the resale value later. Okay. And it's easy access to highway. So as soon as you come out from your space, as soon as you come out from your residences, you can immediately enter the main highway. The ones in orange here are the main highway. This highway here goes straight all the way up to Langkawi and Penang and stuff. And this highway on this side brings you to KL and other parts of KL and Selangor. So yeah, in terms of accessibility, it's the best, right? Easy access to major highways. And you are only, now you are here, right? You are only a 10-minute drive to Desa Park City, which is over here. So yeah, if you like the lifestyle of Desa Park City, but you don't want to afford that type of expensive lifestyle, the expensive properties, then this would be a good choice for you, Papyrus. Now, moving on to number two. Number two is Goodwood Residence. Okay, this is for own stay. All right, this is in Bangsa South, which is right beside Bangsa, or in the name says Bangsa South, south of Bangsa. It's built by a famous developer. The entire Bangsa South was built by UOA Group, a very famous developer. It is a leasehold property and it's a single block tower, right? It has medium density, about 700 units, and it's also for own stay because their unit sizes are quite big, about 1,000 square feet all the way up to like almost 2,000 square feet, 3 to 4 bedrooms. It's also residential and it completed 2 years ago. This is the only project here that completed 2 years ago. The current price right now is about 1,000 ringgit per square feet, or about 250 US dollars per square feet. So a 1,000 square feet condo would cost you a minimum of 250,000 US dollars. Now this is the amenities. I'm just going to put it on the screen. This is what you have, right? Now let me show you guys on the map where exactly it is. If this is KL right here, Bangsa South is here. Alright, Bangsa South is right here. This is the area of Goodwood Residence. Now there's Nexus Bangsa South, which is a mall here. There's another mall opposite. There's another shop, restaurant kind of mall opposite here, and you have another mall here, KL Gateway Mall. You also have the LRT station here, which is about a 10 minutes or 15 minutes walk away. You also have direct access into Bangsa, into PJ, medical centers, as well as Mid Valley Mega Mall, one of the biggest malls here in KL. So yeah, in terms of accessibility, you have like major highways here as well. So my main unique selling point of this condo, why I think it's good, number one is the location, because Bangsa South is mostly working expats. So in terms of rentals and ROI, it's quite good. But majority is, the main thing is, you have a complimentary shuttle service from the residences itself. So which means that if you want to go to the LRT station, there is a shuttle service that brings you there, brings you back, and brings you everywhere in between to all the malls. So that is a good thing if you're planning to stay with your family and you don't have to worry about your kids walking to LRT. They have the shuttle bus to LRT. Number 2 is a 6-acre park that's about a 5-minute walk. So you are here, and this entire park here with the hiking trail, Bukit Gasing hiking trail, is where a lot of people go for hiking to see the early morning sunrise. Yeah, sunrise. I don't think so they go for sunset, it's too dark, right? But sunrise, yeah. And of course, LRT station and all other amenities here as well. So it's another good option for you guys. If you guys are enjoying this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Now, if you guys are interested in any one of these properties, do let me know down below, or do contact me directly, because I know the agents directly handling these properties as well. So I will get you in touch with them, and these are agents that I trust, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm also working on a relocation PDF. If you guys want, put your email down below and I'll let you know once it drops. Alright, awesome. Moving on. The third one, Pavilion Damansara Heights. This is built by a very famous developer called Malton Group, or Pavilion Group, right? Pavilion is very famous. There's Pavilion Bukit Jalil, Pavilion KL, Pavilion Square, Pavilion Damansara Heights. Now, Pavilion Damansara Heights is a very in-demand area. It's going to complete in the next few months by December of 2025. So most of them are going to get their keys by next year. Now, it is very anticipated because it's been a long time coming. It took about 6 years to build. It's a 50-acre development. There are 3 residential towers, 2 towers of hotels. We have 9 office towers surrounding it, and all of these office towers have multinational companies inside, MNCs. So you have a lot of expats and foreigners there as well. And to connect all of it together, underneath all of it is a huge pavilion lifestyle mall. And you know what's the best part? It's connected directly to an MRT line. MRT Damansara, right? Let me show you guys on the map. This is Bukit Damansara. This is Bangsa, right? Bukit Damansara, I say it's right here. Okay, so let me show you guys here. So Bangsa is here, Bukit Damansara is here. With this circle here, this is where Pavilion Damansara is. We can zoom in. You have the 3 towers, the office towers here, another hotel here, and the huge mall right below, and the MRT station is right here, right? So this MRT line connects KL all the way to Sungai Buloh, to so many different areas, to Taman Tun, and you also have the future MRT3 line, Mont Kiara, that's going to connect to Mont Kiara as well. So this is very in demand, very high end. A lot of people can't wait to get here. So yeah, in terms of shopping, schools and healthcare, I'm just going to show you guys on screen what you have. You guys can pause it here. Now, the unique selling point of why I think this is good is, number 1 is the direct access to MRT station. Number 2 is the pavilion name, because pavilion is synonymous with luxury. The price for Pavilion Damansara Heights is about 1,600 ringgit per square feet, which is about $400 per square feet. So a 1,000 square feet condo here would cost you about 1.6 million, or about 400,000 USD. Now, the thing is, there's not much units left, and how will you buy from developers? So do let me know. I do have an agent there who has a few units left. That's good. Some of you guys have already contacted me and are already going to be signing the SPA soon. So yeah, congratulations on your property. Number 3 is the top golf courses here. Now, if I zoom out, let me show you guys here. If I zoom out, right, you have the KLGCC, or the TPC, Tournament Players Club. It's a very famous golf course here. They also have residences as well, but it's super expensive. It's like about few million, 3-4 million onwards. So top golf course here, and also it being the name Pavilion, you will definitely get a high rental return on investment, right? Number 4 is Oxley Towers. Okay, Oxley Towers is, you can't beat this location. Okay, Oxley Towers is located next to the heart and gold of Malaysia, which is KLCC. Not KL City Centre, but the KLCC Twin Towers. It's right next to it. It has a direct link to KLCC's 50-acre park. I'm going to show you on the map here. This is KL. Wherever Petronas Twin Towers, you see it, you zoom in. This entire thing is Surya KLCC together with the Petronas Twin Towers, right? And it is right here. This is where Oxley Towers is. With just a 5-minute walk, you will come to the 52-acre KLCC park, which is right here. There's a huge mosque here, and it's freehold. It's built by Singapore's Oxley Holdings with a joint venture with Pavilion Group. another Pavilion name. So it's two big names that's building this. It looks super cool. It's 3 towers, right? It's freehold, mixed use development. There's a Pavilion Mall below. The 3 towers is SOKL, the Jewel, and the Langham. It's about almost 900 units. There's about 400 square feet all the way up to 2,000 square feet. So this is for investment. Like Pavilion Damansara just now is also for investment. You can stay for own stay, but I would suggest for investment. For this, also for investment. Oxley Towers is about 2,000 to 2,500 ringgit per square feet, or about $500 per square feet. So a 1,000 square feet condo would cost you about 500,000 US dollars. The return on investment, the rental demand here is quite high, especially for Airbnb, right? This is going to be very high in these areas. And most important for me, the unique selling point of this is KLCC is 88 stories. Oxley Towers is 78 stories. Guys, you're talking about something that's almost as tall as one of the tallest towers in Malaysia, or used to be, right? And it's a residence. They have the infinity pool on the 78th floor. Now that, okay, I'm not going to swim there. I'm not going to go anywhere near that. I'm not afraid of heights, but that just sounds super scary. I don't know if you guys like it, but that, I'm going to take some pictures. I might do some shorts, or I might just do a whole video of it. If you guys want a full-blown video of which or certain properties, let me know down in the comments below. I'll try my best to get it done, get some drone shots and see how it looks like, get the surrounding areas as well, and maybe do some deep dive on the rental property rates and stuff. So let me know, okay, if you guys want that. Now there are LRT and MRT stations. Now for it being here, you have the LRT station right here, which is like a 5-minute walk. You can get to LRT. Then with a 10-minute walk behind here, you can go to the MRT station. So you are sandwiched between LRT and MRT, two separate lines. And you also have mosque, you also have the KLCC playground as well as KLCC. Guys, this has everything you would need. This has already been completed. Most of them will be getting their keys in the next few months. So I'm not sure if there's available units. Let me know if you're interested. Contact me, scan this QR code over here. And yeah, link is in the description as well. Now, moving on to number 5. It is again Pavilion Square. Now, the reason is because Pavilion has shown significant capital appreciation as well as good ROI in some of their products, or most of their products. So yeah, that's why I like this. And there's nothing to do about Pavilion. Nobody is sponsoring me. It's just what I think is the best. But Pavilion Square, why I think is good is because it's connected to the very luxurious mall, Pavilion KL. Basically, it's in Bukit Bintang, right? One of the busiest place or the biggest tourist hotspot in KL, okay, is Bukit Bintang. It's a leasehold property, mixed development, and guys, it looks beautiful. Look at this, man. Look at the picture here. Now, where is it? Super simple. It's all in the Golden Triangle. You have Petronas Twin Towers here. You have TRX over here on this side, and you have Menara KL here. Pavilion Kuala Lumpur is just here, which is in Bukit Bintang, right here. And this is where Pavilion Square is going to be. It's right here, and there will be a link bridge that connects both of these together. This is purely for investment for you guys because it's about 500 square feet all the way up to about 1,500 square feet. There's less than 1,000 units, right? But it looks super beautiful with the 360-degree pool. Guys, in the infinity pool at the top, this looks super nice. It is scary, but yeah, it's definitely going to be an Instagrammable spot. It's definitely going to get a lot of attention from tourists, 100%. That's going to be the main selling point. That's going to be a very big hotspot for tourists, especially with the connectivity of the pavilion, the link bridge. That's going to be very good. It's about $500 per square feet also, right? 500-ish, but this is definitely going to be a good return on investment. Now, I'll explain to you guys shortly why I think it's going to be a good return on investment. Now, another thing also is once you come into Pavilion, this is like a 5 minutes walk only, and you have the Bukit Bintang MRT station over here. So yeah, you're connected with MRT, you have a huge luxury mall, you have hotels nearby, and yeah, in terms of schools, healthcare and stuff, I'm just going to put on the screen, you have everything here. And of course, you have the Royal Selangor Golf Club. Come on guys, you have a huge golf course right beside here. So even if you want to come and stay here, you can. And yeah, Prince Court Medical Center, one of the best hospitals, private healthcare in Malaysia, is right next door. So something to consider. I know I told you guys, there's one property that I do want to highlight, I do want to show you, is one of the most beautiful minimalist. It's called Conley. Now the Conley, this is how the Conley looks like. developed by Eastern and Oriental. Pavilion is known for luxury. Eastern and Oriental is known for ultra luxury properties. Okay, it's a very high-end developer. It's a freehold project completed in June 2025. So yeah, I'm not sure how many units are available. Again, let me know if you're interested. I'll get you in touch with some of them, of the agents, right? Very low dense, only about 194 units over here. There's about 700 square feet to about 1,500 square feet. There's penthouses as well, if you guys are interested. It's fully furnished and it costs about $500 to $550 per square feet. Yes, it's super beautiful. This has one of the nicest looking facade. It looks like one of the tallest towers in New York, like this, right? Super nice. This is where Conley is located, and it's directly or basically right next to the Conley MRT station over here. Again, in terms of the amenities, it's the same as the rest of it, same like Pavilion Square and Oxley Towers, right? It's the same because yeah, you have Oxley Towers, Pavilion Square, it's here, Oxley Towers, Pavilion Square, and Conley. It's all right next door, right? It's in the Golden Triangle as well. I think there's nothing you can complain about. But let's take time to really admire this. It's really beautiful to look at. Now, I haven't been here as well, so it's just completed. Now, do you want me to make a video on this? Let me know down below. Now, there are more properties that I don't have time to cover. If you are actively looking to buy soon, do let me know. Let's discuss what your options are and see how we can go about it, right? Let me see how I can help you guys out. But in the meantime, if you guys want, do put your email down below to get updates on when the PDF is going to drop, the relocation PDF. It has everything inside, from visa guides to best neighborhoods to so many different things. I'm just going to show you guys in the next video, right? It's going to be launching soon, so put your email down below to be among the first to get it. Alright, so now as promised, these are the bonus tips or my core tips for you guys that you must know before buying a property in Malaysia. Alright, the first one is buying from a developer. Now, you know there are two routes. You can buy properties from a developer or directly from an owner. Now, the main difference here is buying from a developer, some of the fees are waived off. I've made videos about this and I will be making a new one after this on the top fees, right? So there are a few fees, 4 fees, right? So the lawyer fees, there are 2 lawyer fees that is basically the SPA legal fees and the loan legal fees. Now, when you buy from a developer, these 2 fees are waived off. So this is a huge savings to you. It could be anywhere from about 20 to 40,000 ringgit in terms of savings. So which is about 5 to 10,000 US dollars. So this is one thing to note. Second thing is buying from a developer, there are rebates. Okay, most times there will be rebate from the developer, which is about 5 all the way up to like 15 or 20%. So if you guys want to know more, subscribe, right? Stay tuned. I will be making those videos soon. Now, one thing to note is you can't negotiate with the developer. All these prices are fixed. If you want to negotiate, you have to get directly from an owner. And that also, depending on the price, if they are desperate, they can go lower. Okay, so you can't negotiate with the developer. MM2H applicants can get financing. If it's such a big burden to buy a property of 1 million ringgit for you to come out, yes, I understand. 1 million ringgit cash is a big deal. So you can get financing. Now, how do we go about this? First, get your MM2H visa application approved. Once you have it approved, then you can open the bank account and put your fixed deposit in. With the fixed deposit inside, you will then be able to get a loan. However, it depends if you have any pension or offshore income. And it depends on your age as well. Alright, different banks have different criterias. If you guys want, I may do another video on which banks give out financing and how much they do. If you guys want that video, let me know down in the comments below. I want to know what you guys want so I can make more content on that and answer all of your questions. Okay, so if you can show offshore income or your pension, and they can give you a financing, right? But maximum is about 70%. So the first 30% would still have to be forked out by you. Just to give you an idea how this will work, let's just say the price is 1 million ringgit, SPA price. The bank gives you 70% financing and the developer gives you 20% discount. So which means you only pay 10% upfront payment. So that's how you can save. Okay, completed versus under construction projects or off-plan properties, right? Most of you call it off-plan properties. Now, under construction projects usually have higher potential for capital appreciation. Now, why do I say that? During the construction phase, the public don't think that this could be a good project. They just think this is another residence or another mall or something else. So there is no demand. They don't see the demand for it. But when we look at it as a whole, we go to the map, we see what's nearby, how near it is to other areas, to MRT, there's malls, amenities, hospitals, schools. Once you see all of that, you learn about it, which road it's at, you can see that there will be demand in that area. Now, I've been doing this for more than 10 years. I've been studying the Malaysian property market for more than 10 years, and I can identify not 100% but 90% accuracy which projects are good and which projects can be good in the future. This is one thing I always tell my clients: buying off-plan properties that's nearing completion would be your best bet in terms of highest form of capital appreciation. For example, Goodwood Residence, the one I mentioned, the number 2, the one for own stay, is a good example of this. 2 years ago, it was going for about 700 ringgit per square feet. Now, it's going for 1,000 ringgit to 1,200 ringgit per square feet in just a matter of 2 years from the time it completed. So from then until now, price has increased capital appreciation of about 30% minimum. Most important for investment and own stay, title of the property matters a lot. Whether it's residential, commercial, service residence or not. Most of the properties that I've mentioned are mixed development. Mixed developments are usually commercial title. So basically the two things you need to know if it's commercial or residential. If it's residential, you may not be able to do Airbnb, which is the highest form of ROI you can get. If you are planning to do Airbnb, get commercial title. I don't want you to buy a property thinking you want to do Airbnb only to find out you can't do it. The one message I get from all of you, or basically 90% of you, is tell me where I can get properties that is worth 600,000. Now, let me tell you one thing. You want to get properties that are worth 600,000 or the minimum price to meet for MM2H Silver, you got to go very, very far. All the way up to Perlis, which is all the way up north, or somewhere in the rural areas, or maybe even Malacca. Right? You can buy a property in Malacca for like 600,000 ringgit. Now, I do want to highlight one thing. Buying in these areas, these are not expat areas, and these are not high traffic areas. These are not property boom areas, right? You can buy it, but how easy it is to sell it, how easy it is for you to cash out when you want to. Let's just say you take the 5-year pass, MM2H. You can renew it every 5 years, yes. But what if after 10 years, you want to sell off the property? It's not going to be easy. You might have to sell it at a loss in order for you to get rid of the property and get whatever you can left and leave. Hence why most of the properties I have listed here in this video and in future videos, it's going to be those properties that has higher resale value in the future, especially higher potential to sell. If you're coming here and you're buying under MM2H, I would suggest buying in either Johor. Johor is super expensive right now. Penang, expat areas are also quite expensive. I'm not so sure on the rental rates there. I would suggest buying in KL. Buy any one of these properties here or future properties that I will talk about. Buy a property in KL to meet the minimum 1 million ringgit. Then rent it out to collect rental income. And then use that rental income to rent elsewhere, like in Selangor. In Selangor, you can get a landed property, something like this. It's about 22 feet or 24 feet by 60, 70 feet, which is a big, decent sized 2-story terrace house that you can fit all your family, about 4 bedrooms, 2-3 cars, and this goes for about 3,000 ringgit per month. The rentals that you are going to be collecting at any one of these rental properties will definitely be more than 4,000 or 5,000 ringgit. Definitely be more than that because of the high rental demand. If you do Airbnb, you'll definitely get more. You can use part of it to rent your home outside of KL at a cheaper suburb. That is the best course of action. You can do it. Yes, it is allowed. You are allowed because under MM2H rules, the only rule or requirement that you need is to purchase a property. Whatever you do with the property is up to you. Okay guys, the video is actually becoming too long. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Now, again, if you guys are interested in looking or in getting a property here in KL, especially in KL, scan the QR code, talk to us. I will pass you over to the respective agent depending on which property you're interested in or depending on which property that suits you best. Maybe not on this list because, as you know, I did explain exactly why this property is good so that you guys can decide further later on other properties as well. I want to teach you guys how to look for good properties. Now, if you guys want more 5 or 10 different properties, I'll just put a video and list it down. Not many questions, not many info. Let me know what exactly you guys want. Thank you so much for watching. Watch these other videos next. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.